We are here with MRL driver Ruben and, of course, Red Bull driver in FXR. Ruben, thank you very much for your time in joining us today. First of all, congratulations, P2, last time out at Silverstone.
Yeah, P2 could have been better, could have been worse. I didn't have a good start of the race and qualifying with the new wheel and all. I had a lot of problems with adjusting the wheel at the start. It ended up just being my controller, like my Xbox gamepad, just laying on the ground with the analog stick pointing left. So I couldn't turn left in game, and that was like a small problem. But I only got it figured out in Q3, so I had to quickly get a lap in, and it wasn't good enough. And I got out qualified by Lunkert, it was a surprise. And then good race when I got everything going, and hopefully next time I can do it from the start, you know?
Well, speaking of your teammate, Lowenka, he is currently, well, now behind you after you've jumped him. You're 9th and 10th in the championship. How far up the championship do you think you can go with 3 races remaining?
Ooh, it depends, because I think Lunkert is actually capable of consistently getting a P4 and 5. If there's a lot of chaos usually, and he's not slow. So I think if he can consistently get a P4 or 5, and maybe if I can scratch a race win, or maybe 2, maybe I can win the next 2 races of the season, you never know. Then we can maybe even get like a top 4 for Red Bull, maybe top 4, top 3. Challenge, it's Racing Point and Ferrari, right?
Yeah.
Challenge those guys for the top spots. But it's really hard since Maverick and Mavi are on Ferrari. So we'll see. All of my answers are let's see.
Yeah, let's. Okay, well, I've got a question that maybe you can't answer. Let's see too. If you think the championship started now from the start again, so you're not joining midway through, who would be your kind of, you know, your target of the driver that you want to race with, the driver that you want to beat?
Sipos, easy.
Okay.
I beat Iceman easily, consistently. He's nothing.
I'm gonna love it when Iceman sees this.
Yeah, Sipos is the real challenger. Iceman's just easy meat.
Okay, Iceman's easy meat. Well, the championship's not done yet, so Sipos could still catch him. The next 3 rounds in the championship: Spa, Brazil, Abu Dhabi. Where do those kind of rate on your favorite tracks to drive on the F1 2020 game?
Ooh. You know, I actually ask myself this question every day of what tracks I like more and like least, and it's changing on a day-by-day basis. I really love Spa. It's one of my favorite tracks. It's just I'm struggling to find a setup for it because I'm spinning like 4 times a lap. My favorite track on the game is probably actually Brazil. I love it. I find pace there just everywhere. It's actually Spa and Brazil, and they're the last two of the last 3 rounds, right?
Yes.
Spa and Brazil. So I might just have 2 good races in the last 3, and then Abu Dhabi is honestly, it's between Abu Dhabi, Baku, and there's one more race. I think it's France that I'm just terrible at.
Yeah,
it's strange. Might change tomorrow. You never know.
Might change. Well, maybe we'll get to the final round of the season, and all of a sudden it's your favorite track, and you absolutely destroy everyone. You mentioned how in the constructors you're kind of looking for Ferrari and Racing Point to jump ahead of, but for you yourself in the Drivers' Championship with a different point system here in FXR, you know, 46 points for a win. You're only 80 points behind the likes of O and AK, who's in 5th, which is effectively 2 race wins. Do you think you can make it all the way up into the top 5 of the championship?
Yeah, I think so. Depends on how consistent I can be. I've had after Monaco, I thought to myself, yeah, it should be easily managed. And then I had like a bad race in Canada where I got killed on lap 1, and Austria, it was just a mess of a race for me all the way because I was in traffic and tried to do a 2-stopper to get out of traffic, and it sort of worked, but it didn't work. And then a good race in Silverstone again. But if I can manage to find consistent pace in these last 3 races, then I'm sure I'll be able to do it. If I can get a win somewhere and podiums for the rest of the season, yeah, definitely. People are bound to mess up.
Yeah, there is ground to be made up. my next question, when you give me your answer, there's probably about a 90% chance that I have no idea what you're saying or where it is. But I'm going to ask it anyway because I love the accent. What part of South Africa are you from?
Oh, okay. You might know because it's like one of the most famous cities in South Africa.
Cape Town?
Johannesburg,
Ah,
you know?
okay.
And
Isn't, isn't
it
Johannesburg
has,
capital? The capital?
yeah, well, it's South Africa is like, it's a complicated country. It has
Okay.
technically three capitals. Um, but Johannesburg is like one, Pretoria is one, and Cape Town is another one. But I'm from Johannesburg, and Johannesburg's quite big. When you say Johannesburg, it could be a lot of places, but I'm from like I can't even remember. It's in the heart of Johannesburg. It's like 20-minute drive from the heart of it. It's a small suburb called Boksburg. That's where I'm from.
Boksburg.
Yeah,
I like
Boksburg.
that. It's like, so when you're racing, if you had a race engineer and they say box, you
Yeah,
could just okay, perfect.
Boksburg.
Boksburg.
It's easy.
I am definitely going to be checking that up on Google Maps after this interview. But no, Ruben, thank you so much for your time. Best of luck in the next round at Spa and for the remainder of the season.
Thanks, Melky.